You two, let's go.
Previously on SAS Australia.
I'm ready, stop.
Right, go!
In hand-to-hand combat, an underdog prevailed.
Well done, number 12. Good effort.
The 12's a badass, no doubt about it.
Before a crushing injury forced Barry to withdraw.
Unfortunately, I'm going to have to...
And I won't squeeze you too tight because I might break another rib.
And a reckless move.
Stop.
Hey! Do you think jumping out while this thing's moving's a smart idea? You're not Rambo.
Has Lockie on thin ice.
The moment you slip back into hero mode, that number will be gone.
Tonight, as the pressure intensifies, retired NRL great Darius Boyd
Being a leader hasn't come naturally to me and my personality.
Number 8, you are team leader.
is thrust into the spotlight.
Go! Hurry up! Ben! You are a liability! Give it here, like this! Like this!
That for absolute shower of shite.
Revealing
I'd never met my father.
a painful past.
I didn't speak to my mum for 8 years. I didn't understand why. My mum couldn't be there anymore.
And
Look, in all honesty, I don't really care about the other recruits.
what does Pauly do
How hard is it?
Take it easy, Rihanna.
No,
that fires up his fellow recruits?
apologise to the group and don't up again.
If it happens again, hand your number in.
Well, thanks for the suggestion, mate.
In the cold and early hours of day 8 on the brutal SAS selection course, 9 weary celebrity recruits are getting some well-earned sleep. Except for number 7, Superbike's presenter Rihanna, who's up to stoke the fire.
Me and the cold don't really get along very well. That's probably why I live on the Gold Coast. To be cold all day, all night, and not being able to sleep because you're cold, that actually scares me.
While she settles back down, it's not long before the fire at the other end of the dorm is completely out. Number 2 Pauly sorts out the heat, but leaves a box of matches on the hot plate. Adding fuel to the fire in more ways than one.
Useless.
Pauly, he left the matches on top of the stove. The whole match is on fire.
Wow, and I'm right next to that.
I want everybody on this parade square. Let's move. Let's go.
Go.
With breakfast over, the recruits make their way to the parade square, unaware of the pressures the DS are about to apply to them.
Everyone sleep well?
Yes,
Staff. Good. No excuses then, is there? Take your burgans off. I want you to get your mess tins and your knife, fork and spoon out. Make that happen now. Mess tins, extremely important piece of kit.
This isn't some yoga retreat where you find yourself.
Good. Put away.
Just hold them out in front of you.
Okay.
I've lost my fork.
I suggest you find your fork.
Got a spare one somehow. In the Special Forces, our attention to detail is what defines us. We cannot afford to get it wrong.
Why have you got a spoon and 2 forks?
Not sure where I picked up the second fork, Staff.
Why have you only got a spoon?
Because I lost my fork, and I just have been dealing with the spoon instead.
You two, Run around, fully submerge yourself in the trough. Go, move!
Kit inspection is the bare basics. If you cannot look after your kit to survive, then what use are you?
You lot grab your burgers and stick them above your heads. Make that happen, hurry up. Number 2, number 1, on me, go, move! Get it above your head, number 7. The gate's open over there. You know what to do if it's too hard for you.
On selection, in the moments of despair, I'm drawing on experience where I know things have been tough. There was very few women working within the motorsport industry. I had to work harder because I was a female, but I've been able to succeed.
Get it, keep it above your heads. If you want to us around, we're you around.
To drill home their point, the DS command Ebony and Pauly to watch their fellow recruits suffer punishment for the pair's simple yet critical errors.
Go into the trough, fully submerge yourself back in, go, move!
These things can last an hour, 2 hours, 3 hours.
I've got a warning now. In the press up position, go.
We would drill it into you.
Get your ass down, number 5. Stamp your groin into the ground, do you understand me?
Yes, Staff.
On your backs, feet 6 inches above the ground.
If you cut corners in training, then you're going to cut corners on the battlefield.
Get your legs up. Legs up. Stand up, get up. Mess tins. That is the bare basics. That shouldn't happen in the first place, should it, number 7?
No, Staff.
Look at the state of you now. When I say go, get out of my sight. Go! Move! Move, you two. Pick whatever shit you can up and do it out in the accommodation.
This is not the first time Pauly has failed a kit inspection, inflicting a beasting upon the recruits.
Pauly, how hard is it to say, I've got 2 forks, who has missing a fork?
If I'm in a team situation, I'm not the sort of person who would make a scene in a crowd of people, but trust can make or break a person and make or break a situation and is incredibly important. And if you break that trust, there's no coming back.
How hard is it?
Take it easy, Rihanna.
No, I'm not taking it easy. You just stood at the front of the parade square watching all of us. It's the second time.
There's 2 of us there, and you always have a hug.
It's the second time you up.
What do you want me to do?
Apologise to the group.
Sorry,
and
guys.
Don't up again.
Sorry, don't swear at me anymore, okay?
I don't give a about swearing. You've just caused us all that shit for no reason. Next time, I've got 2 forks. Who's missing a fork?
Also, Ebs.
And Eb too.
Yeah,
I'm missing a fork.
Who's got my fork?
Yep.
If it happens again, do the honourable thing, Pauly. Hand your number in. Don't make it
Well, thanks for the
happen again.
suggestion, mate. I'll take it under advisement.
Get into your wagons, let's go!
Quick as you can, let's keep the noise down.
The recruits are departing for their first grueling task of the day. A terrifying test of grit and teamwork under pressure.
Selection is designed to break people.
This is definitely the worst I've felt.
The worst? Well, I think that's going to happen, though. Every day is just going to get slowly worse. Your body's going to feel sorer, the bag's heavier.
Just like fatigue.
Yeah.
The second half of the course, it gets harder, more pressure, psychological, physical, emotional. It just ramps up.
Let's go, let's go.
Let's move, let's go. Do not switch off now.
Downhill.
If you snap under pressure on the battlefield, it's going to cost someone their life. It's going to cost you your life. So if you can't control it in a controlled environment, then how are you going to control it on the battlefield? Once you snap, that's it, you're gone.
Take your Bergens off, place them behind you. Okay, Special Forces operators act coolly under pressure. Cooler heads make smart decisions, which invariably lead to mission success. If you all turn towards the water and look into the demonstration.
The helicopter ladder crossing is designed to scare the shit out of them, to see if they can ignore the distractions. We've got water, we've got heights, to the rotary blade that's smashing down on you. There's nowhere to hide, nowhere to escape.
Oh my God.
The physical ability to drag themselves, run across that ladder. We're playing with their emotions, with their capabilities. Because in the battlefield, that's exactly what happens. You have to ignore the distraction.
Sit down on your Bergens. Listening to the drill. Yours is going to be different. After this, you will go in pairs. When I say go, you will both go to the end of the rungs and hang. Once you're both there, it's down to you to communicate. The pressure of having someone else's life in your hands. Because if one of you drops off, guess what the other one does? Drops off. Grit your teeth and you leave everything up there. That is your freedom bird home. That's pressure. Do not this up for each other. Simple drill. Get it cracked.
Okay, listen in for the first two. Number 10, number 5. Okay, stand by.
Lockie and Jeff are first to enter the fray.
Everything I do, I'm always the leader. I'm always the captain. I'm not big on giving up control.
Seatbelt on! Seatbelt on!
I've always put myself first. Because if I'm out the front, I can take care of it.
Go! Go!
Get on the line! Get on there!
Like, I know I'm an egotistical maniac. Like, I know I feed off my ego. My ego is gonna get me to the end.
All right.
But I hate relying on other people.
Oh, he's going. Oh.
Go! Drop! Drop! Drop!
Because number 5, Jeff, has fallen, the buddy rule dictates that Lockie must also drop into the icy water. The pair fail the task.
What happened, Five? You got butter on your fingers?
No stuff. Lost the grip.
Come on. Nothing but butter fingers.
When people can't do something, oh, that pisses me off. I'm like, what the hell are you doing? Like, just do it.
Okay, next pair. Number 2, number 1.
In the special forces, you need to be able to work in teams. We call it the buddy-buddy system. You know, he's got your back and you've got his.
How strong is your grip?
Probably stronger than yours.
Pressure makes diamonds, and I think I'm a shining bright diamond. I work best under pressure. I think that's when I really come through.
Get in, put seatbelt on! Seatbelt on!
Try making comedy TV shows with a low budget and talk to me about pressure. Pressure, I deal with it every day. Luckily, that constant battle with pressure leaves me a bit bulletproof to it.
Stand by! Go!
The danger in this task is one being too gun-ho, just going straight to the end and trying to get into the helicopter.
Go past!
Yes! Let's go! Let's go!
Number 2.
Drop! Go! Drop!
Number 2! Wait for your buddy! What are you leaving her behind for? Number 2. Have you ever heard of the term Blue Falcon? It's the nice way of saying buddy. You are the ultimate buddy. Get out of here and check in with DS. Blue Falcon.
Okay, next pair. Number 15 and number 7.
It'll be right, okay? So just,
Yeah, I was saying
we're in it
like-
together.
Attack that hill! Run at it!
NRLW player Millie and Superbikes presenter Rihanna are next to feel the heat.
Pressure can be good and bad.
Right, let's get this done. Go!
If you let pressure overcome you, that's when things don't work out. But pressure means that you care. Pressure means it's important. I would say I'm a pretty determined person. I like to make sure that I give everything my absolute best, and I'm not sure if I've ever quit something.
Finish strong! Gone! Fail!
Oh, hey. Spin's tough.
Millie and her task buddy Rihanna have failed. So far, none of the recruits have been successful.
Number 12 and number 8. Quick as you can, up that track.
All eyes are now on retired NRL player Darius Boyd and TV personality Anna Heinrich to complete the spine-tingling crossing.
Seatbelt on!
In the rugby league world, if you're copping criticism or pressure, you've got to focus on your job and your teammates and your coach. You can't worry about what everyone else is talking about and what they think, and that's when more pressure comes on yourself.
My whole life, I've always gone into things thinking, I can't do this, I'm not good enough.
Go!
I have absolutely no doubt that there are going to be tasks on the course that are going to push me to the limits.
Come on, Anna. Come on, girl.
But I know that I'm going to have that strength to push through and do things I never thought I could do.
Let's go!
Let's go! Grit! Determination! Everything that you've got now!
Well done, Dubs. Go on, Anna.
Come on, Anna.
Yes. Go.
Come on, girl.
Oh, nice.
Let's go!
Man, Anna's awesome.
Let's go. Good effort. Seatbelt on!
How good. They made that look so easy.
Outstanding. Well done, girl. Always one of us got it. Outstanding. Good effort. Well done. Well done, number 12. Absolutely outstanding, you two.
I do want to grow as a person and really find the best version of myself. And I think this course is really going to change me for the better.
King of the pack. King of the pack.
Coming up,
Like this! Move!
a relentless task.
I should not be waiting for you! Get on that log and stay on that log! Hurry
The
up!
DS show no mercy.
My shoulder. No, it's not. It's an excuse. Get up there! Move!
And
Number 2, how many opportunities do you want? Because everything that you do, you're just getting it wrong.
Pauly under fire from all directions.
Off. Don't want to hear it. As far as I'm concerned, you piss people off.
With just 9 recruits left on the course, the DS meet to discuss their performance in this morning's task.
It's a ladder traverse, great task. 12 and 8. Obviously 8, we know, great upper body strength. But 12, she's
Brilliant.
probably the smallest arms of them all. She went up there and nailed it. A massive bit of self-belief.
Yeah.
She belongs here. Probably of all the pairs, when we did the crossover, number 2 just hung there.
I saw that.
And let number 1 do all the work behind him.
He fell, so then it ruined the experience for number 1. And then as soon as he hit the water, he just started swimming to shore and didn't even look back until I started yelling at him, just leaving her behind.
Number 2! Wait for your buddy!
That's the reason number 1's in the water.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Got them out this morning. The old classic, right, kit inspection. I said to number 2, what are you doing with 2 forks? Are you stupid?
Mm-hmm.
He was just like, number 2, how many chances do you want? Get out of my sight. Go! How many opportunities do you want? Because everything that you do, you're just getting it wrong. Let's get him in.
Number 2.
He's a complex bloke.
Yeah.
Number 2.
Yes, Staff.
My turn to tell the joke. Number 2's still on the course. How the are you still here?
I don't know. I'm an army of one. I'll give it a go, mate. I refuse to give in. I know I'm not the best at certain things. I know my fitness is not as good as some of the other people there.
Do you know how long the Army of One slogan lasted for the United States Army?
Not very long.
Not very long. You know why?
Sorry.
Because it says the wrong thing.
Yeah.
There's no such thing as an Army of One. Do you feel like you're in the center of your other recruits, or do you feel like you're kind of on the outside?
It's just a funny dynamic in that room. There's a little bit of attitude, I think. You know, maybe it's they don't take me seriously because I'm small or I'm ethnic or I'm old.
Do you feel like that small piece has been an issue for you through life, or?
No, in my life, not at all. I've never felt short, you know, like honestly. I mean, I know I am physically short, but I've always felt, like, in my world, in my life, I feel 10 feet tall, you know. I've done some amazing things, stuff that most people in their lives would never do, you know. My whole life has been about survival. I've had racism, sexism, heightism, you know, ageism. But if you say, oh, I'm stuck in this powerless position, poor me, boo-hoo, well, you know, you're going to stay in that position.
But if the majority of the group is telling you something, and it's, let's say, constructive criticism, do you not take that well? You just think you're right and everyone else is wrong? Or?
Look, if I felt I was absolutely wrong, I would say, I'm the first person to put my hand up and say, you know what, you're absolutely right. But I felt it was just sort of, you know, when a bunch of people just kind of get a little thing going and they want to just point the finger.
That off. You're the one that doesn't manage to actually fit into that group.
Well, look, you know, they're very different people to me, you know. You know, a lot of them are younger with much different...
Stop it. Don't want to hear it. As far as I'm concerned, you piss people off.
I pissed the team off, but they've forgiven me so long as I kind of don't piss them off again, I think is how I would describe the situation.
Start switching on to what you're doing. You can't hide away from the selection process. And if you want to be here at the end, you've got to change your attitude.
You know, my intentions are good and I'm trying my best. That's sincerely.
Well, just do it then. Guard.
It's not that he's not trying.
No.
He's trying.
Let's face it, on this course, we're all dog eat dog. And I can just channel back to when I was in those street days of my life where you're alone and you have to fight and it's about you beating them. So, you know, it's not something I would want to do, but I got the skills to do it if I have to. So you're always like a footy player? Was that your whole thing?
Yeah, I always.
Taking on DS advice to stop distancing himself from the others, number 2 Pauly attempts to connect with NRL star Darius.
Did you get like a lot of injuries when you were playing?
Oh, I was pretty lucky, to be honest. I broke one bone in 15 years. Pretty good.
Mate,
Contact sport, can't complain.
You're blessed.
Yeah, no, I was. Played rugby league since I was 6 years old, and my grandma told me that I come home from school one day and said, oh, I want to be a professional rugby league player. Played for 15 seasons for the Broncos, the Dragons and the Knights. And I was lucky enough to play for Queensland and Australia as well. Proudest moment in my rugby league career would be debuting for the Broncos would be one, and then captaining the Broncos as well. Something that never thought would be possible to be a captain and a leader.
Okay, then, as a group, you're going to follow me.
It definitely took me 12 months to really be comfortable with being the captain of the Broncos.
Let's go!
And I don't like to be centre of attention, that's for sure.
The recruits are now heading deep into remote mountainous terrain, where they'll undertake one of the SAS's most grueling exercises.
Hurry up, let's go!
A brutal task designed to test leadership and teamwork in a life or death scenario.
Hurry up, hurry up!
As a Special Forces operator, you live life under pressure all the time.
Stick together!
Everything relates to the battlefield. It doesn't get any more high pressured than that. And if you lose your shit and you can't function under pressure, then you're no good to man or beast.
Okay, the task you're about to commit to has a great deal of heritage in the military. To the untrained eye, that would be known as a log race. To the trained eye, that is called the artillery resupply.
The recruits have just 1 hour to haul a 230-kilogram log up an unforgiving and steep bush track to a rendezvous point on the ridgeline.
Let me just give you that as a scenario. On the ridgeline, one of our 4 guns has gone down. You must resupply that gun with a new barrel. Pressure. Pressure to perform. Pressure to do the task at hand. Because if we don't get that barrel up there, the enemy will get the upper hand and our troops on the ground will get absolutely balloted. Okay, for this task, number 8, you are team leader.
Good stuff.
You will remain team leader throughout. On the front of the log, there'll be a long piece of rope. That's where you give direction. That's where you follow me. I am the lead scout. At any time, there must be 4 people on that log. Surplus goes to the rear of the log, stays out the way.
This is where it starts. This is where it starts. Go! Move! Number 8, you are their leader! People need you!
As leader, number 8, Darius, must set a fast pace, keep the recruits on the log, and make sure no one falls behind.
Stick together!
The left. Let's go, number 8. See the artillery piece, let's move!
My leadership would be probably just leading by example. I'm not someone that yells personally. I think I would prove just to myself that I can do something that's well out of my depth. Definitely don't like failing or letting people down. And whether that's my family at home or whether that's other recruits and teammates.
Let's go. 3, 3,
Simple
2,
task.
1, go.
Come on, let's move this log! Let's get it off the riverbank, let's go!
But already, number 8 Darius has drawn the attention of the less than impressed DS.
Number 8, extend that line. You should be pulling that along.
Number 8, pull!
Needing to physically pull the team forward.
Let's go!
Yeah, got ya.
Any slack on the rope means Darius isn't doing his job.
Number 8, pull!
Stick with me! Stick with me!
Number 8, let's get up there. Pull that up. Pull it!
Oh, communicate.
Less than 20 minutes in, with the most steep and treacherous terrain still ahead, leader Darius is silent, failing to direct changeovers on the log.
Sorry, this piece of equipment, there's lives reliant on it!
Keep pulling, number 8. Plan ahead.
Number 8, why is that boat slack? You are useless. Get on that dog!
As number 8 Darius struggles to lead his team,
Communicate.
the DS are forced to show him how it's done.
Right, the 4 of you, get back here! 1 meter between the log, number 1.
Swap on the fly. Swap on the fly.
Being a leader doesn't come naturally to me and my personality.
Number 8, you are a waste of space!
I'm introverted, I'm quiet, bit of a follower more than a leader probably.
Number 8, you are their leader! People need you!
Sometimes I don't mind who I am, and other times it's, it's hard to be in certain situations. I don't want to let my teammates down.
Give it here, like this, like this. Move, 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 move like this. Let's go, let's go.
Someone stop Pauly.
For that, you're useless. All right, let's go.
Come on! With me all the way! Number 8, are you really being effective?
You are useless right now. Useless.
I understand.
Useless. Like this. Like this.
Appointed leader of the task, number 8 Darius struggles in the role, forcing the DS to intervene.
Let's go. Let's go. Hold on to that, you're useless.
Knowing that the DS thought you're not capable or not good enough, that'd be something a bit hard to swallow because it's probably going to be affecting the team also.
To make matters worse, number 2 Pauly, the oldest, and number 5 Jeff, the heaviest, fall way behind the pack.
Let's go!
With less than 30 minutes to reach the RV point.
Push! Push!
Someone swap Mel! Swap out Mel!
Pauly, we need you! Uphill! Uphill!
Yeah, Pauly, come on, we need you.
Uphill! Team needs you! Get your ass up here! Uphill! Uphill!
Number 5, you are a liability. Number 2, you're used down there.
What? Paul!
Hang on.
Shut
Keep
up
going,
and get on
number
with it.
12.
Shut the up and get on with it.
Uphill! Uphill! Paul!
Keep working it.
Quick change, number 12, Paul! Get back there ready, get back on.
As time slips away, number 2 and number 5 are endangering the mission's success.
They're struggling because of you two.
When I retired from sport in 2004, I put on 50 kilos.
Number 5, what good are you there?
I'm not a 25-year-old athlete anymore. I'm a 42-year-old middle-aged dad.
Number 5, what use are you back here? Number 5, what use? Look at me. Get a bit of aggression in you. Get up there. Now, move for your team. Move!
I should not be waiting for you! You keep up with me! I'm crawling!
You're useless.
I understand.
Useless.
I agree.
Get on that log and stay on that log. Move.
Move! My grandparents faster than you move, and they're dead! Hurry up!
5. Number 2, you should be fresh as you've done all.
Watch out.
And you, number 5.
Stop.
Move.
I'm done.
What?
My shoulder.
No, it's not. It's an excuse. Get up there. Move. Let's go. No excuses now. Haven't come this far to quit.
I'm here because I want to push myself, dig deep and draw on all of those skills that I've learnt, and hopefully I'll realise that I'm a lot stronger psychologically and physically than I give myself credit for.
Uphill! Uphill! Through the middle!
There's no shame in quitting. There's shame in not trying. The easiest thing is the hand in your armband. The hardest thing is to live with it.
They need this resupply!
As Jeff recommits, there is now under 3 minutes to make rendezvous and pass the task.
Hey, keep that momentum. Go!
Smooth change! They get smooth change! Let's keep this momentum! Good! Your last effort or chance!
Lean forward!
Let's go! Take advantage of the flat!
Let's go! Run!
Staring down the barrel of a failed mission, number 15 NRLW player Millie steps up.
For me, it's never really been an option to quit.
You are almost out of time!
No, it's okay, guys. Just keep moving your legs. Move your legs.
Knowing that you could have done more, I think that would be the most disheartening thing. Knowing that you had something left to give, but, you know, your time's up.
Keep going, guys.
There is no break until we finish and get the barrel there.
Let's really move! Let's move! Let's go, move!
Pull it, number 8, let's go!
Fail!
Jog.
The recruits reach the end, but fail to make it in time.
Pick on. Pick on. Keep pulling.
Keep pulling, keep pulling.
To the
Stop to the
right.
right.
Place the equipment down. 3, 2, 1.
Good.
Face me.
One line now.
DS.
Listen to the DS.
I've given you my thoughts on what I thought of that. It's an absolute shower of shite. Not from everyone, agreed. But you have to start thinking now. Am I an asset or a liability?
Stay in the game.
And as a team, you have to start looking around you. Is he, she an asset or a liability?
Number 8, when I say drive that log, I mean drive that log. Do you understand me? This group here done the majority of work. You two are US unserviceable. If you two were in the game, they would have made the RV. That's how important you are to each other. And when you're willing to give the ultimate sacrifice, there's not much that will get in your way. But all of you follow me, let's go. Let's go, move!
Failure's tough, it's a hard feeling. I've had plenty of failures in life in different ways, and I don't like the feeling. It's probably why I don't do certain things in life, because I don't want to fail, and I know I would fail. Something that this course will probably help me with is, going out of my comfort zone and doing things that I'm not necessarily always good at, and learning to be able to overcome those barriers.
Coming up.
I struggle with my mental health.
Number 8's tormented past.
Went home one day, I had nothing looking around my house, no wife that's sitting there, no family, no friends, not much to show for my life.
Is it hurting?
Yeah, it's pretty sore.
Having returned to base after failing the task,
Show me what you've done.
Just got a splinter there, I just can't get it out.
Okay.
Darius is left with a painful reminder.
It's fair up under there, isn't it?
Yep.
What I'll do is put a nerve block in your finger, put the finger to sleep so I can dig up under your fingernail and get this thing out. It needs to come out.
Sounds good. Yeah, I think I can keep going when I'm experiencing pain, something that I feel like I'll be used to from the rugby league world.
Let's get this bloody thing out, hey?
Yeah. It's something you just have to push through. You don't have another option, that's the thing. In a team environment, you can't let your team down, you just got to do it.
I reckon that's out. I'll just whack this one around there.
Cool.
That's alrighty, yeah, we're done.
Thank you, mate. Appreciate it.
Keep crushing it.
I'll do it. Thanks. I learned the pain threshold side of things becomes mental. They always say you're never as tired, you're never as sore as you think you are, and then you can keep pushing a bit further and the pain starts to seem to slowly go away.
Has somebody grabbed my socks? Because I can't find mine. Whose socks are they?
I don't know, but there's a huge hole in them, and it's definitely not mine.
Needing to keep their kit dry and organised at all times, missing socks could result in severe punishment from the DS.
My socks are right there.
And mine definitely do not have this hole in them.
Pauly never dries his shit in here, and he was just in there.
I don't know where mine are then.
No, but he was drying his stuff right there.
Oh. So
He never comes in here and dries, so he's clearly swapped them out.
I don't really like conflict. I'd prefer to just, get something out of the way with and confront it straight on rather than letting it build up and become an issue. Are they your socks, Pauly?
Yeah.
Did you not have a hole in your sock?
Well, yeah, maybe.
I think yours are inside because there's two inside. I think they might be mine.
Is that yours?
That's not mine. Mine don't have burn marks, but there's one good one and one burnt one, so that might be mine.
I must have picked up
And
the wrong
then,
one.
that's right. Thank you.
He did that to me on the first day. 100%. 100% he did that to me when he burnt all of his socks.
These were on the ground. Does that look familiar?
Yes, thank you very much.
The socks may have been returned, but Pauly's mistake isn't easily forgiven.
Found my socks.
Where were they? Are you kidding me?
I was like, oh, are they your socks? And he goes, yeah. And I'm like, oh, don't your socks have like big hole in them? He goes, oh.
Came in here literally to do it. Like, he came in here with a purpose. Took his socks.
Oh.
I'm the most bloody selfish person I can think of, but I hate stupidity. Oh, hate it. Like, I just, like...
As tension in the dorm simmers, the DS meet to discuss the recruit's performance in the previous task.
It's a strong group.
Strong women.
Strong females, yeah.
Sure.
That's what's different about it, I think. I haven't seen this before. I like it. I like it. Right, moving swiftly on to today's artillery carry. The one that was on the log the most was obviously number 8, but if you're number 10 and number 15, they were just on that log constantly.
Let's just keep moving your legs. Move your legs.
You are almost out of time.
Let's go, run. Lean forward.
I had to drag her off the log. Did you? Number 15. I was like, get off that log. And she's like, she was literally changing position and changing into another position. Even then, she was like, raring to go. And I was like, hey.
From me, the last two was 2 and 5.
Yeah, 2 and 5. 2 was just useless.
Get on that log and stay on that log. Move.
He's so far out of his depth now that I told him if he goes missing in action again, he's done. Number 5, nowhere near as bad as number 2, but I had to have a word with him. I had to grab that big head of his and just get into his soul.
Look at me. Get a bit of aggression in you. Get up there. Now, move for your team.
Shoulder.
No, it's not. It's an excuse. Get up there. Move.
So don't give me shoulders. Don't give me them bullshit excuses. Because this course changes lives. It's changed his life up to now. Fact. Guaranteed. And if he would have went out like that, he'd have been kicking himself.
Number 8, we chose as the team leader. I was disappointed. Number 8, are you really being effective?
You're useless right now. Useless.
He's the engine.
Yeah.
And he should be there like
and
that.
they're
with that
keeping the
motor.
momentum.
Yeah.
Number 8, you are their leader. People need you.
But then I looked behind and he was carrying it like a handbag.
Yeah, I saw that.
Walking a dog. We were telling him to take control of the team. He was saying words, but all he was saying was uphill. It's just words. He didn't get a grip of the team. Yes, he had his back to them, but didn't have any real control.
I want to hear determination. I want to hear motivation.
Give it here, like this. Like this. Move.
It's like, get a move on.
He's so quiet and so to himself that you really have a hard time reading really where he's at with anything.
He just seems to maintain that silence when there's actually opportunities for him to step in.
He seems quite emotionally cut off at times.
He's a little bit of the dark horse.
Let's get him in.
Yeah.
Number 8.
After showing scant leadership, failing the task, and noticing his shy and quiet behavior, the DS bring in Darius to find out more about him.
Oh.
Number 8. I'm kind of curious. Do you smile?
I'm not been known to smile. I'm probably more of a serious-looking type person, yeah.
Why are you here?
Oh, I don't usually do things out of my comfort zone. I'm someone that likes to be good at things. I just thought I'd test myself in some really hard-core challenges and situations, environment.
This is the first time I've heard you talk. Tell us a bit about your career.
Former rugby league player. So I used to play rugby league professionally.
Did you get injured or you just retire? Or?
Retired 12 months ago, so probably just getting a bit old and slow and needed a change.
Have you been a golden boy all the way through the career?
didn't have a lot of role models, father figures around when I was younger, so probably come into professional football at 18, hanging around the wrong people, wrong crowd a little bit. Didn't like to talk to much people, didn't smile much, a bit angry, a bit resentful.
What's your background?
I'd never met my father. And my mum and I got estranged when I was probably 15, 16 for about 8 years, so. My mum was diagnosed with major depression, so I moved in with a family for 12 months, which was a challenge. I didn't speak to my mum for 8 years. I was very angry and closed off and probably resented her for a lot of reasons and things. I didn't understand mental health and depression. I didn't understand why my mum couldn't be there anymore. It was hard on me, it was hard on her too. I struggled with my mental health 7 or 8 years ago.
So what did that look like for you?
It's kind of my whole life just sort of fell apart, fell to shit, to be honest. 2014 at the Newcastle Knights was definitely a tough year. I definitely don't feel great about that period of my life. There's a lot of things I would change and do differently. It was just hurting people, letting people down. Whether that's my mum, my grandmother, my wife, Kayla. I was unfaithful and she made a good decision to leave. But it's something that I'm not proud of, but it's something that needed to happen for us to be where we are today. Went home one day, I had nothing looking around my house, no wife that's sitting there, nothing in the house, no family, no friends. So I was, look at old photos, you see this happy, smiling kid who used to play footy with his mates, and then got to about 27 and not much to show for my life, I thought. I needed to change, needed to be better, wanted to grow. That rock bottom moment, I rang my football manager and just told him I needed some help. I didn't know what kind of help I needed, but I didn't want to feel the way I felt. He put me onto a nurse at a mental health facility. I remember just hanging the phone up afterwards and crying. It was just an instant relief that I knew I'd organised something that I could hopefully better myself and live a happier, healthier life, I guess.
Big deal to identify it and then actually do something about it, because most people don't, or they're scared to talk about it, or they think there's something wrong with them.
Yeah.
When everybody deals with this shit.
Well, everyone has hardship in adversity.
Exactly.
It's just about what strategies you have in place to deal with it.
Right.
Rebuilding relationships was a challenge. It took time. I think it always does take time. Definitely took time for myself and Kayla. But definitely in such a really good space now from some of the hardships we've gone through. I'm really happy to be in this space and be able to bring our daughters into a really loving environment.
For you to actually go out there and understand you're the one with the issue, that's been your saving grace. It's good that you actually read. Recognise that.
Yeah.
God! Obviously, been through the ring with your mental health a bit, so.
I think talking about your experiences, owning your stories, You know, honesty is the best policy. It's something that I learned the hard way. I used to try and hide my life away and not, be private and not tell anyone about anything. It's just a negative mindset, I think. Talking about your experiences, owning your story is the best way to, get on with life and be the best version of yourself.